νυχτώσες με φρικόδι τέκνα, κατάρε καλούσιν ημάσις άδειν, δαιμόνων βρώσεις έσυ, σκιά ανέματος.
Hello friends, and welcome to my channel once again. I have done videos on protecting yourself, throwing curses off of yourself, cleansing yourself. Tonight, we are going to put a protective barrier around your house to stop ill intent and curses from harming you. I have done this myself on my last property. It's not exactly the one I'm using now because it would be silly for me to share that with you. I have to keep that private. But the one that I'm going to show you works and will help you. So let's begin. We're going to work with 4 demons. The first one is Amy. With sword and shield, he will be placed on the north side of your property. Now we have Ipos, a lion and a protector, which will be placed on the south end of your property. Now we come to Nagus. I call him the snake demon of many heads. His venom is deadly, and he will attack all that try to send harm your way. Look at him as a bodyguard for your property. And lastly, Volok. Many view him as a child, but I see him as a dark angel with wings. He is positive and will turn all ill intent on you and your property to positive energy. Now, you have your sigils drawn, and you have direction, north, east, south, and west. When you come to, let's say, north, you will dig a hole a foot down. Place the sigil in the hole. Cover it. Now, have a candle. I suggest 7 inches, not a large candle. Take eggshells and crush it around the candle. If you have oils, protection oils, put it on your candle. Light your candle. Now, take 5 deep breaths. Center yourself. Clear yourself. Place your hands to the flame and repeat after me. By the firing light that surrounds me, humbly I call to action to protect this property. Drive all harm and fear away. No curse or ill intent will break through this shield made of love and strength. Harm all that try to advance this powerful defense threefold. As above, so below. Let it be done. Now to the last step. We're going back in the house, drawing the sigils again. Place blood, a little bit of blood, on each of the sigils. We're going to burn each sigil, thanking the demon for the protection that he is giving you. It's a simple task. When you are bleeding on the sigil, may I recommend a needle. Place the needle, prick it, add a little bit of blood. I use a knife. I don't cut myself. I hold it up to my knuckle, and I'll just twist it until I draw a little bit of blood, and that's what I do. Some have accused me of promoting cutting. That is naive. What I do is spiritual. It's personal. It's a bond between me and the entity. Cutting is someone that does self-harm. because they are emotional, angry, sad. It's how they deal with it. And if anyone is cutting, I suggest you go and try to get help. Again, this is not promoting cutting. This is a spiritual bond between me and the demon. I've had a few people ask me about my temple and the size of the temple, and do they need a temple this big to work with a demon. This is my workspace. I have 5 altars, but I didn't start that way. I started with a small altar and it progressed. No, you don't need anything big like this. Start with a small altar, like I said. A lot of times, and I've been doing this a lot, I've been going in with 1 candle. It works for me. See, a lot of people see my videos and they see the big rituals that I do, but you do not see me on a daily basis. I go into ritual every day, and sometimes it's just for meditation, keeping myself clear, keeping myself open for any entity that wants to come through. And if I want to work with an entity, may I suggest, if you're working with a sigil, don't photocopy it, draw it by hand. I find it more personal that way. For myself lately, I just visualize the sigil, and I can do it that way. It works for me as well. Let me share something else. For example, if I'm doing, let's say, a love ritual, and I ask for the client's picture, you will not see the picture photocopied in my temple. I actually will study that face, and when I go into ritual, I have it burned into my brain and I visualize it. I do a lot of visualizing in my temple. That's just something else I wanted to share with you. I always like to say something to the newcomer. I understand if you're just stepping into the left-hand path that it can be exciting and inviting, but it can be lonely. And what do most do? They go to Facebook or to TikTok, or I don't have a TikTok account, but Facebook, and join a coven or a group. If you stay in that group long enough, you will start seeing the drama. You will start seeing the curses between others, and private messages being released to show others in a bad light. Anyone that's been in this path long enough knows exactly what I'm saying. So I'm sharing this to the newcomer. Don't trust people. Just go in there for your information. Do not share anything private. There are some very evil people out there. More like, I call them trolls that practice black magic. And they just like to stir up drama because they have nothing going on in their lives. So please be careful. You probably won't take my suggestion, and you will probably have to learn these lessons. But come back to this video, because you know I'm speaking the truth. Be careful out there, my friend. Now, most of you know I work with blood. I work with my own blood. I find there's strength in offering blood of your own. It definitely lifts the veil to the other side. It definitely thins it. And it can make the practitioner vulnerable to these demons. You need a strong foundation when you get into this. This is not for people that are mentally weak. And I'm not saying that to be rude. Mental illness is a real disease, especially when it comes into this path. You will see it all the time. There are people that come to me that hear voices and they think that they're cursed for no reason. I always suggest to go get checked out by a doctor. Schizophrenia, bipolar, all that is real. It doesn't mean necessarily that you're cursed. So please go speak to a doctor before you get any professional help on this side of the field. In worst case scenario, I or somebody else will try to help you. But if it's a mental disease, it's going to be difficult, because the truth is you just might need outside support. So be aware of that, my friends. To be in this path is a privilege. I'm very grateful for this channel because I get to share my experiences with you. When people call me a teacher, I don't like it. I don't consider myself a teacher, friends. I consider myself a student. I am learning just like you are. I am trying to understand what these entities, these demons, have to offer and share. A lot of times it's scary. I've shared many times that I get remember whens when I go into ritual, and it shows me my future if I decided to pick up. This keeps me sober. I have shared just recently about having a foundation. A foundation is so important on this path, and to be grounded, I use my family. My children always ground me. I can feel weird sometimes coming out of a ritual, but I can shake it, and spending time with loved ones and with friends always strains me out, and that's important to have too. A connection that's outside of the left-hand path, just to ground yourself. Friends, I've had to record this 3 times. Something's going on with my camera, and I'm very tired. I want you all to protect your kingdom. It's so important. Protect your loved ones, friends. Hail Satan.